This review has been made possible by Toyota of Naperville. As you know, Toyota has tons of brand new Toyotas available for purchase, but did you know that they also have a remarkable selection of used cars? Head on over to toyotaofnaperville.com and look through hundreds of used cars for sale right now.
Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 2015 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk. Up front is a 3.2 liter V6 and down below is a 9-speed automatic transmission. Now I am super excited to be driving this here Cherokee for a couple of reasons. First of all, I've never driven a non-Grand Cherokee. This is the Cherokee, and then there's also the Grand Cherokee. What you're seeing on screen is a 2021 Grand Cherokee L. And so you can see there's obviously a very big difference. The other reason I'm excited to drive this is because it's the Trailhawk, which is a more off-road oriented version of the Cherokee. But before we get on to anything else, I have a website, zackpradel.com, where you can buy stickers like this $10 retro sticker pack I have currently available. You could also submit your own vehicle to be reviewed by me through a quick and easy submission form. You could also check out my behind the scenes blog to see what I'm filming and driving before it comes out on the channel. But let's get back to that 3.2 liter V6 making 271 horsepower. Well, it's no slouch. It's not a tiny little 4-cylinder and it doesn't have any turbos. However, something interesting about the Pentastar V6 3.2 liter is that it's only used here in the Cherokee. That's it. It's not actually shared with any other vehicles, at least at the time of filming. Back straight away here, let me put it into sport mode. We'll get a little bit of sound here. Can't imagine we'll hear much, but here we go. It got me for a second. I felt a little something in my stomach, which you don't normally feel, especially out of smaller Jeep products. Kind of interesting there. Not bad power for sure. I'm a big fan of that 3.2 liter. My only worry is that it's only put in this car. So I'm not sure about parts availability. I really don't know. Like I said, paired to a 9-speed automatic transmission, and on that acceleration test you just saw, it did fine. However, driving around, it seems a little lazy, a little hesitant to shift. Is it the end of the world? No, but I've definitely felt smoother transmissions in my day. Last but not least, of course, this particular Cherokee is 4-wheel drive. However, you can find them in front-wheel drive as well. This is the first vehicle to be on Fiat's shared global platform, which was a platform developed by Chrysler and Fiat, of course, now coming together to form Stellantis, which is rather interesting. With that out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have 2 physical gauges and a screen. On the left, I have my tachometer. I love this danger zone for the red line. I think that's really cool. And off to the right, I have my speedometer, and in the center, I get a customizable screen. I'll cycle through a couple things here. Tons of great colors and great graphics here in the center screen. We've seen this in the Wranglers. We've seen this in a bunch of other Jeep and Dodge products as well. I love the color and information that you get. I think it feels very, very premium. On the steering wheel on the left, I have my controls for that center screen, as well as I have my voice options and phone options, and on the right, I have my cruise control and some dead switches. It also says since 1941 down at the bottom. That's because that's when Jeeps were started and founded for World War II. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But the overall steering wheel, I'm not super happy with, just because the Jeep logo in the center is a circle. And the reason I don't like that is because it's very obvious that they just use this steering wheel in Fiat products, Chrysler products, Jeep, Dodge, Ram products. And so they just put the logo in the circle in the middle so they could change it out for a Fiat logo without changing the design of the wheel. That to me feels a little cheap, and believe me, Fiat and Chrysler aren't the only people to do this. GM is enemy number 1 when it comes to this. So, not specific to Chrysler and Fiat, but still something that bothers me slightly. Off to the left, I do have my headlight switches and gauge dimmer switches, and on the door, I have my power mirrors, power locks, and power windows. Moving into the center, I do have this nice little cubby up at the top, some extra added storage, as well as I get this nice red stitching across the top for the Trailhawk edition. All right, so let's talk Jeep infotainment. Well, we have a couple of things to note here. First of all, I do have heated seat options, which is very, very nice. I was under the impression that this car did not not have heated seats. It also has a heated steering wheel, which is very, very nice. That's only accessible through this center screen, which I don't like. In case this screen ever doesn't turn on one day, I don't get to experience those options. I, of course, have radio and navigation, climate, phone. I love how this is like an iPhone 3GS picture, but it's pretty basic. The main thing I wanted to note was the fact that the heated seats are found in here. This is also the backup camera, so we put it in reverse, and as we turn the steering wheel, you can see that the lines change a little bit. Not super high quality backup camera, but again, this was before backup cameras were federally mandated or federally required here in America, so they didn't have to give you this, but they did. Then I have my hazard switch, and I have a bunch of buttons down below, which I have screen off, traction control, automatic start, stop, on and off, tune, volume, those are nice. The climate controls look like they're missing something because as you can see, there are definitely vehicles that use these buttons that have dual zone climate for plus and minus on either side, but now I don't get dual zone, so I just have these weird, awkward dead switches, and the fan looks like it only has 1 speed. Now, of course, it actually has 7, but the way the button looks, it looks like 1 speed faster, 1 speed lower, and that's it. Moving down to the center console, up at the top right, I have my SD card slot for navigation, USB and aux in, as well as a 12-volt outlet that only gives power when the vehicle is on. I love it that Chrysler's been doing this for the last 20 years. They tell you if there's a key logo, it means when the car's on, it will work. If there's a battery logo, it will always work, which is very, very awesome. And a lot of other manufacturers are just now adapting this. But moving off to the left, I have my 4-wheel drive options. So I have 4-wheel drive low, hill descent control, off-road control, and rear locking, which is very, very nice. You could rear lock that diff. Then I do have the drive mode, so I could twist that dial, and I have auto, snow, sport, sand and mud, and rock modes. Moving down to the shifter, very typical shifter found in like the Fiat products as well as like the old Ram ProMaster. Very much a parts bin part, and I have my power parking brake, which is engaged when you turn the vehicle on. Down below that parking brake, we do have cup holders, so we will do a big friggin' bottle test here in the Cherokee from 2015. And as I suspected, with most vehicles in this size and segment, it fails the big friggin' bottle test. I do get a little center console with a 12-volt outlet. This one runs off the battery, as you can see, and another USB port.
Something I just noticed while filming in here is that there's this little pull tab on this seat, and I was like, what does that do? That is extra storage, my friend. That is awesome. This is my favorite feature now of the Cherokee from 2015. I mean, what a sweet, awesome extra storage that a lot more cars should offer, but don't.
The seats do say Trailhawk on them. They have this red stitching, and they're pretty comfortable. They're not power, nor are they obviously memory. Speaking of seats, however, we do have back seats, so let's go do a back seat review. All right, so we're in the back of the 2015 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk, and not really too much to note back here. I do get a center console with 2 cup holders. I have power windows. I do have a wall outlet back here. That is very, very nice. It is a 115-volt AC outlet that you can plug literally anything you want. It works as a wall outlet right into the back, which is very, very nice. Sitting normally, headroom is pretty good. Knee room is good too. So this doesn't suffer from what a lot of Fiats suffer from, which is a cramped back seat. No, this is actually really, really nice. Spacing-wise, back seat. The seats themselves are a little hard, but that's gonna be fine. Let's take a quick look at the trunk, and then we'll talk about the looks. All right, so we're on the back of the 2015 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk, and there's no obvious trunk popping switch. What the was that? Anyway, it kind of looks like it has an overbite a little bit, and there's no power tailgate here, so you just gotta feel under here. There's a button, and you can pull it up. I do get this really cool Jeep sort of side pocket, not really sure what that would be for, but I have it. I have some tie downs and things like that, some nets I can put up. And looking down here, we do have a spare tire, and this also gets the knobby tires that the outside gets as well. Plenty of space back here. That is a huge perk of the Cherokee. Plenty of space not only in the back seat, but back here as well. Really, really nice and pleasantly surprising. Now we got to talk about the looks. And this is finished in anvil clear coat, which I love. And there's also this little stripe on the hood. This is a matte black accent, and it actually has a practical purpose. Because it's matte black and not gloss black, it won't reflect as much light or as much sun into your eyes while driving. This was common on like 60s race cars. Same idea with a flocked dashboard. Makes it matte so it doesn't reflect into your eyes as much, and you could focus on the terrain in front of you. However, let's do a walk around of the Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk, and I think it actually does look pretty good. I love the anvil clear coat color. I like the red accents, the little red tow hooks and things like that. I think overall, if you're going to buy a Cherokee, this is a cool one to buy. However, with that being said, let's get to my final thoughts on the Cherokee and if I would buy one. Well, the simple answer is no, I would not buy one of these, and let me tell you why. I feel as though this car is trying to be something that it's not. Like I mentioned with that Sense 1941 on the steering wheel, this is trying so hard to be a Jeep. Jeeps have been renowned as one of the best off-road vehicles for the last 80 years. We won World War II with Jeeps, and they were built by Willys, and then they were built by AMC, and we got some awesome straight sixes out of that, and then Chrysler bought them and really made them the home staple that they are today. But this is, quite frankly, not a Jeep. It doesn't have a Jeep engine, doesn't have the off-road prowess that other Jeeps have. Now, I know it does say it's trail rated on the side, but that's a self-congratulatory award given to Jeep from Jeep. If Jeep had the opportunity to, they would give the trail rated badge to a Radio Flyer red wagon. It doesn't really mean anything. This, for all intended purposes, is a Fiat product. Everything in here feels like a Fiat product. It drives like a Fiat product, albeit a quicker one, a torquier one for sure. That 3.2 V6 is a lot more powerful than pretty much anything that Fiat currently produces. But to me, this just feels like it's putting on a show for no reason. It's like that kid in high school that used to wear cowboy boots and jeans and flannels and maybe even a cowboy hat to school. But you grew up in the suburbs. There isn't a farm around here for the next 20 miles. This is a Fiat doing a very convincing Jeep cosplay. It's got its little red hooks at the back. It has that matte hood stripe for off-road vision. It has different drive modes. It plays the part very, very well. But at the end of the day, you can see the spirit gum dripping from its forehead. You can see a couple of threads out of place. And you start to realize that this isn't the vehicle that we won World War II with. This isn't a car that climbed mountains. It's a nice little car, point A to point B. If your son or daughter is bent on getting a Jeep, all they want is a Jeep, all they talk about is Jeeps, and you get them this, it has the Jeep name, it has some fun features, makes them feel good. At the end of the day, it's an imposter. This is an American imposter. That's just how I feel. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Toyota of Naperville for letting me take out their 2015 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk. We've been working together for about 3 years now. They're fantastic. They have tons of used vehicles on the lot. If this isn't something you'd like, I'm sure that they have something that you will. If you're looking for a new car, Toyota of Naperville should be your first stop. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.